Welcome, everybody, to episode 13 of Two Amazon Sellers and a Microphone. Today, Chris and I are going to be talking about Amazon's Brand Registry program. Chris, how's it going, man?
Doing good. This is a good topic. This is a good program for brands to enroll in. So I'm excited to go a little bit more detail about this.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a program that both you and I personally have been enrolled in and dealt with, and we watched this get rolled out. I'm not sure how long ago Amazon rolled this out.
I think it was 2017 from what I remember here, maybe early 2017. But
Yeah.
they've made a lot of improvements along the way. They've added more things to it. So I remember getting this email like register your brand with Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things that I just did right away. Like I didn't want to miss out. So I enrolled the brand right immediately as soon as they opened it up, because I knew it was one of those things that they were going to continue to add good things to. So yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it opens up a lot of new doors, and we'll talk about all the things that you get with Brand Registry, why it's important. I have a cautionary tale that I can we'll dive into as well when we get to there. But it is an important program, and we'll talk about just sort of whether you shouldn't do it, is it necessary, and just the ways you can go about it. So let's dig in here a little bit, Chris. Why don't you just tell everyone just a very, very brief overview of what it means to be brand registered on Amazon?
Yeah, it's basically you have a trademark on your brand, and you supply or you give Amazon proof that your brand is trademarked, and then you can enroll that brand into this program. And once Amazon verifies that the trademark and everything is legit, you will then get access to Brand Registry in your account. So that's it in a nutshell. If your brand is already trademarked and you could provide proof with that to Amazon, you can enroll in this program. If you don't have a trademark yet, Amazon has came out with a program, IP Accelerator, where you can enroll your brand through that program. And instead of waiting 9 months to get your brand trademarked, you can use the IP Accelerator program. You'll pay a little bit more, but you can get your brand trademarked in, like, I've heard 2 weeks, or like, 4 weeks, something very fast. So they rolled out Brand Registry, and then they saw how long it was taking for brands to get verified and trademarked. So they came out with IP Accelerator, and now you can basically just streamline this very fast to get your brand trademarked and get in the Brand Registry program.
I believe that IP Accelerator program, they're giving you Brand Registry basically before you get your trademark. Nice. I think the trademark process still takes the amount of time, but they are, since you're going through their preferred network of lawyers, I think their lawyers are basically letting Amazon know, hey, this is going to go through. This is going to work. So then they're giving you the Brand Registry ahead of time. So yeah, like you said, you do pay more for that. I've also heard other ways, because you do have to have that trademark before Amazon gets you Brand Registry, unless you go through this program. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a U.S. trademark. I've heard other stories of people going elsewhere, like in the U.K. or in Canada. The trademark application process is faster. Even Mexico is way faster. And it could be a couple months to get your trademark instead of, I believe it's, 9 months or so in the United States it can take to get your trademark. So Amazon will accept other countries' trademark to get you into the Brand Registry program as well. So there's different things that you can look at there as well. But once you get Brand Registry, what doors open up for you as a brand? What can you do now with Brand Registry?
Well, you get a lot of good reporting inside Amazon. You'll get brand analytics, which what that is basically showing you like search volume, or not volume, but search frequency rank on different terms that Amazon has. So you'll get a lot of access to reporting in there. You'll also get access on your ad side to be able to run sponsored brand video ads. So you can run, video ads on keywords or search terms that you want to target. And those convert like crazy. Those are awesome. We'll do another podcast about those, but that's a super thing to get access to. You'll also be able to protect your listing. So if somebody comes on your listing or hijacks your listing, you could submit a claim and get that person taken off. So it's just something to like put a moat around your brand. And if this is a long-term play and you can see this brand growing, this is a program you want to get in just because they're going to add more features to this in the long run. So I definitely enrolling in there. But yeah, you're going to get some good reporting. You're going to get some access to some good ads, access with your advertising. And then obviously you can protect your listing.
Yeah, and a couple of other things. You get enhanced brand content or A+ content is opened up to you. They may open that up to other sellers now as well, but you definitely have the access to that. You also you're protected in that other sellers can't create listings with your brand name on it. So Amazon won't let them. So somebody, if I've got a brand registered name, somebody else can't create a new listing and piggyback off that brand name. That's got to come from my account. So there's really good added protections there. So yeah, there's a ton that you can do. It allows you to really make your product listings pop. Like you said, the sponsored brand video ads are unbelievable in their conversion. So if you have not registered your brand now, especially if you already have your trademark, there's no reason not to register it. And you can create storefronts with that as well. So that's another big benefit is your ability to create branded storefronts where people can see all your products. It gives you a place where when you run sponsored brand ads for people to click on those and go to your storefront and see all of your brand at the same spot. It gives you basically a URL on Amazon with your brand. So when people search for your brand on Google, that's going to be obviously indexed super high. So it's good. There's just so many benefits, I feel like, to this program. But it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, you get access to like Amazon Live, so you can put your product on Amazon Live. Again, you get the brand analytics. That's super powerful. You can upload videos. They've now given that access to everybody, but you can upload your videos, the stories you mentioned, A+ content you mentioned. So they're giving you more marketing tools for brands. And the whole idea is like to attract bigger brands to come over to Amazon and see all the access they get. Because a lot of these bigger brands want to be able to kind of control their brand on Amazon. That was a big issue in the past, was where, somebody's knocking off a brand or selling a branded item that doesn't relate to what the big brand is selling. And these bigger brands were like, we don't want to go to Amazon because it's just a bunch of counterfeit products and we can't control our listing. And then this program rolled out. So now you can control the listing. You can report infringement claims. It's basically helping you protect your listing, protect your brand so that you don't get, so somebody doesn't like hijack you and take over.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just gives you a lot more real estate on Amazon to work with, like we're talking about those storefronts, etc. Now, I can tell you an interesting story. I'll tell you a little cautionary tale for anybody who's out there that's starting on their private label. I've got a couple of brands that are very successfully enrolled in Brand Registry. They're trademarked. And I have another brand name that I had created. And to get Brand Registry, I obviously had to get the trademark. So I applied for that trademark. Immediately after applying for the trademark, I got a cease and desist letter from a very large company that was claiming trademark infringement, that my name was too closely related to their name. So I had to fight that, get lawyers, cost me a lot of money. Ended up being okay. Ended up being where I was able to just choose not to go for the trademark and live happily ever after, but I would not be able to get brand registered. So when you're picking your brand name or deciding to trademark, make sure you do a lot of research that there's not something that's close. And in my case, it was loosely close. I was like, I don't think anybody's going to be confused. There's like 7 other letters in this word. Pretty hard to be confused about this, but I don't think I was going to win that case, and it was going to cost a lot. So it was better just to walk away. So that's a cautionary tale. When you're going to get a trademark, make sure you do a lot of research that you will not be infringing on somebody else. And that's a service that's a service I didn't pay for, but I should have paid for ahead of time. That would have saved me a lot of hassle. But
that's a good point. And let me just touch on that real quick. If you're going to register your brand, make sure it's in the same format that you want for the long term of the brand. We worked with the seller. I worked with the seller recently, and his brand name was all lowercase, and so he wanted to change it where the first letter was capital, and then it went all the way through it. Well, you can't. They won't accept it because your trademark is all lowercase. So it just looks funky on the listing. It looks a little different on the listing. So when you do your trademark, make sure it's in the right format that you want, because that's what Amazon's going to use to give you your brand registry on their platform, and it's going to look exactly the same like it is on your trademark. So that's a mistake I saw where the guy wanted to change it, but he would have to redo the whole process again. So just make sure that when you submit that it's in the correct format, because that's what Amazon's going to use when they give you this access.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Good thing mine was in the right format. But I didn't even think about that. I think just touch on just going down in the future with brand registry. It's pretty clear that every time Amazon rolls out something new, some new marketing vehicle or some new way that you can enhance your listings, they're going to give it to brands that are registered first. And we've seen that, like you just talked about. I mean, video has been out and available for over probably 2 years. Maybe, that you've been able to have videos on your listing. That's been exclusive to brand registered brands, and now they're rolling it out to other sellers. Sponsored brand video right now is just for brand registered, and they'll probably roll that out to others as well down the road. But to stay ahead of the game, that's why it's really important to have this brand registry, because you're going to have all the new tools as they come out, as Amazon releases them.
Yep. I mean, and we've touched on a few of these, but you're going to get the store builder, so you can build your own little, basically it's a small little website on Amazon's platform.
Mm-hmm.
So you can build your own little Amazon store where you can drive traffic to, and then people can see all the products that you offer. We talked about sponsored brand ads. You're going to get access to those. So when somebody types in your brand name, you're going to be able to show up either with the video or a headline. Well, they used to call it headline search ads, but at the top, sponsored brand ad. You get the Amazon Live, like we mentioned earlier. So there's more things coming. And I think that getting into this program early will benefit you in the long run, because you're going to get access to these with some of your competitors. They may be dragging their feet a little bit. So, if this is a brand that you have, or you have a brand that you're serious about and you want to go down this niche with that brand, get it trademarked, get in that brand registry program. And then if you maybe want to pivot to another brand, just do another one, enroll another brand in the program, and you can have 2 brands in this program. So, with the creation of the IP accelerator, they've made it super easy to trademark a brand. So if there's something that you see that you want, or a brand that you want, and you want to make sure that you have that and you own that brand name, I wouldn't hesitate. I would definitely get in there, because you want to make sure you have this for the long run. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think we've covered all the highlights of brand registry. I think we're making it obvious why everyone should do it. You should just go ahead. I mean, it's the way to, like we talk about in every podcast, if you're playing the long game on Amazon, and then the long game on e-commerce in general, where you're getting your brand awareness out there to everyone, it's super important. It'll open up a lot of doors for you, and it'll make your listings and everything pop. So that was fun, Chris. It's fun to talk about stuff like that, and just encourage people to make sure you're taking all the necessary steps, using all available options on Amazon to succeed the best you can. So for everyone out there that hasn't done brand registry yet, get on it, get started, get your brand registered, and just start enjoying the benefits. That was fun, Chris.
Yeah, we'll do another one.
All right. Have a good one.
See ya.